Okay, I'm talking to YouTube now, Fiona. If I sound weird, I'm going to start talking to YouTube if I start sounding weird. It's all good. No, don't worry. It's all good. I did a sound thing. So, okay. It's that time again. Yes, we are back in the mind of Steve Jackson, who created the Citadel of Chaos, in which something which may become a series, depending on how we go. Welcome back. If you've just watched the unboxing, thank you so much. And that was a really lovely glimpse of Ian, who I discovered recently is going to be away for the next 3-4 months. So like, I'm losing my buddy. It's going to be very weird because like, he is the reason I read all of the Warhammer books so quickly. So I'm halfway between Fulgrim, I'm halfway between Honor Guard, and I'm going to lose my momentum. So maybe we'll do some fighting fantasy. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm trying this microphone setup. I'm going to write in the chat, can you hear me? Also, is there anyone here who was here last time to play this? Steve, all good. Wonderful. Bit funny, but yeah, should I try? Is it funny, like horrible sounding? Should I try and pull the mic out? Stuart, I'm asking you, Stuart. Bit funny, but yeah. No. Okay. Should say huge shout out to my amazing flatmate who just got back from a trip away and is kind of just letting me dominate the dining room table. Okay, well, there's just a few of us here. There's just 13 together. And in our last session, we learned how to use the polls. So I can start a poll and ask the question, which is the option that we're going to choose. Hey! Oh, look. Kian, you came back. Welcome. So where we were, we have 2 choices. So I'm going to write them in here. And I'm going to start that. But let me read out the room description of where we are. And while we're doing this, let me all know in one word in the chat how your weekend has been. Okay. Outside the door, the passage slopes downwards and you follow it for several minutes. You remember we opened the brass-handled door after the leprechaun advised us. You notice an unpleasant smell, which gets stronger and stronger as you go. Eventually, you come to an opening. Looking through it, holding your nose, you can see a large open sewer flowing across the passageway. A rope hangs down from the ceiling. Will you wade across the sewer or try to grab the rope and swing across? Well, okay, that's great. I can see sewer 67, rope is 33. Okay, oh, rope, sewer rope, 50-50. Okay, we've only had 6 votes, so we need someone to break this vote. 9 votes, rope. 8, oh, fucking hell, come on, you guys. Stop. Whoever is doing that, stop. Okay, there are 10 people and 9 votes. So we're going to go rope. I think we'll end that poll. We're going to go rope. Okay. So try and grab the rope and swing across. Turn page to 108. Okay, let's hope we don't end up in the smelly water. Okay. Oh my God. You grasp the rope firmly, step back and take a run at the putrid river. Suddenly the rope snatches and whips with a mind of its own. You quickly let go and drop to the ground. The rope drops on top of you and tangles itself around you. You realize that it's not a rope, but in fact a long sewer snake, which wraps itself around your body and neck. Look what you guys made us do. Oh Lord, turn to page 73. Why? Okay. Either you may try to cut yourself free from the sewer snake, or you may try to ward it off with a spell. If you will fight this creature, resolve the battle. If you wish to cast a strength spell, add 3 to your dice, blah, blah, blah. That will help us fight. Hi, Full Monterey. Kian, the rope is a snake trick, classic. We're not in the sewer, but we have got a snake wrapped around us. So we can fight, or we can use a fire spell, basically. So let's pull this up. Fight or cast fire. And yes, we are cheating. We are not using, I haven't done my stats. If we do this again, because I'm thinking I might start at the beginning of this series and do all the books, then I promise we will do the stat blocks for all of the books and we'll do it properly. But we're kind of cheating. So we took all the spells and I wrote down all the stats and everything from last time, but everything's been done. Everything's been tidied away. It's a bit AMSR. I don't know where the stats have gone. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, 8 votes, 50-50. Come on, people. We need one more vote. We need another vote. Oh God. If it's 50-50, that means I decide our fate. Oh, which is terrifying. Stuart, did you see that coming? Have you played this before? Do you have previous knowledge? Oh, okay. Cast fire. Okay. Hi. Thanks, Max. Okay. End that poll. Okay. We're going to cast fire. So let's turn to page 282. Welcome, Max. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm glad that you had a mellow weekend, Kian. I wish I'd had a mellow weekend. Okay. Oh, shoot. You cast a small fireball directly at the sewer snake, which burns through its body, cutting it into 2 halves. Both halves now attack you and are crushing your chest. Lose 2 stamina points. Trying a different strategy, you create flames which burn in each hand and rub them over the snake's coils. The creature twitches violently and releases its grip. You find its head and smother it in your flaming hands, burning it to death. Well, that all got a bit bloody grimdarky, but we've lost 2 stamina points. Can anyone remember how many stamina points we were on last time? Let me have a look. I'm just having a look and see if I've got our notes from last time. All my notes are like on bits of paper like this, so I'm not holding out much hope. Brutal. I know. I guess in D&D that's flaming hands. My great envelope letters system 2. Was it 11? We can say 11. I feel like it's just the next envelope that I reach will reveal everything. Oh, gosh darned it. Okay. We're going to say 11. I know I've had COVID as well, which, like, no joking, has left me, I don't know who I am. I don't know what my name is. My gut health is awful, like seriously bad. Like, this is me today. Please sponsor me. So I'm going to blame basically dysentery and COVID on not remembering my stamina points. But we're going to say it was 11 because we trust Kian. He's led us well so far. And we're going to say we've got 11 stat points and we just lost 2. So we're down to 9 stamina. Okay. Let's see what happens now we kill the snake. Dead. Dark Future. Love that name. 112. You disentangle yourself from the dead sewer snake and try crossing the water. We're in the sewer water, folks. It's happened. You get across without any further incidents, but you certainly are looking forward to your next bath. You continue along the passageway until you reach a junction where you can either go straight on or take a passage off to the left. If you fork left, we'll go one way, straight on the other. Okay, so left or straight. The other thing is, if I get this together, I will make sure I have like an admin person who can help me put the polls in the chat, because I'm aware this is like, ugh. Worst day ever, Steve. Amen. Absolutely. Oh, gosh. Left is winning. There's 14 of us. So this is when we have like even numbers, and it's bad because we could have 50-50. Just 6 people voted. So let's say the next person that votes is going to take it over. Okay, left. Left is winning. And there's not much between this, right? There isn't like a secret thing that, oh, everyone knows if you turn left, you die. You get the casting vote. Oof. 8 votes, 10 votes. Everyone's going left. I don't want the casting vote, Neil. I don't want to be the one to kill us. I want someone we can all yell at. Taking the left fork, you follow a path which eventually joins another passageway leading on northwards. You follow this path for some distance until it eventually widens out. Turn to page 90. This is hopeful, because surely if you were going to die, they wouldn't direct you to another sub-page. Okay. The passageway widens. I'm just going to read a comment. You emerge from the sewers with a poo in your pocket. Mark it on your inventory. Okay. I'll write that down, that we've got poo in the pocket. Okay. Poo. Thanks, Kian. I mean, that's about the level we've attained. The passageway widens, and you are now walking alongside a flowing river. Just ahead, a woman seems to be washing clothes. She has a basket of these clothes behind her, and several sets of long johns are hanging on a line beside her. Will you draw your sword and advance, ready for a fight? Hail her and try to make conversation, or use an ESP spell to find out who she is. Wow, ESP spells, that is so old school. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. Are we going to fight? I know you guys are going to be like, oh, terrible things. Say hi or ESP. And yeah, I'm a child. I was born in the 70s, so ESP used to be a really big thing. Like there were like, you know, TV shows about, I don't know, there was like Chucky's Children was one of those shows about kids with psychic abilities and stuff. It was a whole thing. It was a whole genre when I was young. Not so much anymore. You'll eventually find someone who lost their grandfather's poo. That poo will come in super handy later. Talking about my generation. Yes, Neil. Yes, Stuart. Okay. So let's see what this poll says. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of us for being so civilized. So we will say hi. Say hi to this washerwoman. Hail her and try to make conversation. Turn to page 21. What brings you to these parts? She demands. You tell her your story, carefully avoiding telling her of the real mission. She advises you, if you know any magic, you should flee from this place. The creatures you have met so far do not compare with those you will come across within the Citadel Tower itself. She tells you you will never meet the Master without finding the fleece first, and bids you luck on your mission. Add 2 luck points for the information you've learned and set off onwards. Hi, Somicron. Welcome. Everybody welcome Somicron, who is a Miramanga YouTube member. Thank you so much. If you're a member, you can have casting votes in this. You get to have 2 votes. And it basically means you support me in all my silliness. So please do feel free to be a member. Everyone say hi to Somicron. Somicron was also the one who shared us those very cool pictures last time. And I know my mentor is on the stream watching, so I have to remind people, if they like what I'm doing, please, you can send super chats and thanks, and you can do the things that monetize this channel. I hope I'm getting a little bit better at that. I hate myself so much when I do that. Nick, did you see that I've actually tagged you in this chat further ahead? Nick Alabon is someone that he's a beloved colleague. He's one of my favorite humans. And he's helping me do a special video on what Fulgrim would buy if he was shopping in Lush. So look out for that. Okay, so this is great. We have got 2 luck points. Yay! And we didn't die. Hadn't seen it. And no, in and out, putting Smallest to bed. And it's a good place from them. We can't have them, woo, for the mentor. You know what? For Monterey, thanks so much, because what you guys can't see is on my WhatsApp, they're like, you know, you should probably mention you can support this channel. And now I feel my work here is done. Looking forward to that video, Max. Yeah, Nick has already had some amazing suggestions. I'm looking forward to going into Lush on Monday and shopping for Fulgrim. Okay, so let's continue the voyage. Okay, 6. The path runs alongside the river for several meters and then cuts back into the rock. You follow the path for some time. Turn to page 367. I shouldn't say this, I'm going to jinx us, but I feel like we're doing well. We haven't died yet. We've got 2 luck points. We've got 9 stamina and a poo. So, yep, great. Okay. Some way along the passage, you arrive at a 4-way junction. You take a path to the north, which eventually leads you to a large wooden door. You can hear nothing by listening at the keyhole. Will you try to open the door slowly and quietly or charge the door down? Okay, I know what I would like to do. I would quite like to be like quiet or, you know, charge it. Start the poll. How are you doing, Tomicron? What's new? What are you painting? Okay, there are 23 of us, so we have an odd number. Quiet, quiet. Good, quiet is winning. Yep, 70. Okay, yep. How many votes have we got? 15 votes. Okay, and a 70. Okay, I'm going to call it. We're going to listen. We're going to try and open the door slowly and quietly. Okay. Shh, everyone be quiet. Stop it. Stop nudging at the back. We're going to listen. We're going to be quiet. The handle turns and you step into a dark room. Turn to 257. Keegan, thank you so much. Actually, I think I'm not sure how much this cost. I'm hoping I only need 1 box. Bloody hell. Throw the poo in and run away. Everybody type quietly. I can't paint anything at the moment. My cats are pinning me in the bed. Well, that's beautiful. You can send a picture of your cats maybe if you send us an image link. Full Monterey, everyone type quietly. Thank you so much for the cash gift, you guys. Mentor is appeased, I'm sure. We'll look out for WhatsApps. Okay. The handle turns and you step into a dark room. Turn to page 257. Oh, there's a picture. You look around the room. It is lit only by your torch. Although a fairly large room, it has little furniture. No, sorry, the Mac's just trying to install an update. No, thank you. As you look around the room, it's lit only by your torch. Although a fairly large room, it has little furniture in it. Although a large boulder sliced flat resembles a table and a smaller rock forms a sort of stool behind it. In one corner, a pile of rocks are held together with mud. You cannot imagine their purpose. Then you jump with fright as your torch lights up a large creature, seemingly made of rock itself, standing by the door. It's roughly human-shaped, although somewhat larger. Its eyes are staring right at you, but you cannot be sure if it's actually seeing you. Will we run for the other door, attempt to speak with the creature, or move slowly towards the boxes in the corner? So let me put a new poll up. Okay, so are we going to run for the other door? Are we going to speak to the creature? Speak. Or are we going to head towards the boxes? Well, we've had one unboxing this evening already. I'm going to start the poll. Seriously, again, everybody, folks, thank you for supporting the channel for the Imodium related Titan Fund. Thank you so much for Monterey and Kian and Neil. I so appreciate it. And this is the picture of the monster. I actually think, I know this is the kind of thing that gets me killed when I play D&D, but he kind of looks friendly in a weird way. I don't know. When I'm playing D&D with my friends, they're like, stop trying to befriend everything, because that quite often gets us killed. Okay, so speak. We've had 15 votes. Yeah, I think it's a golem. Dwayne Dwanson. I think we're going to speak to it. I've got 16 votes and we're 56 on speak. So we'll turn to 357. Please be friendly. Please be a friendly golem. Okay. The creature is apparently deaf-mute. You hail it in all the languages you know, but it continues to stand silently. You make a move towards the center of the room. Turn to 200. Okay. Let's see. At your first movement, the creature seems to break from its trance and steps towards you. Seeing this, you may either run for the door at the far end of the room or make for the boxes and risk taking on this silent giant. No option to check its scroll. Very good, Nick. I love that. Is that a Pratchett reference? Very cute. Okay, let me do the poll to close this one. And then spot on. Oh, Nick, I love Terry Pratchett. Could you imagine if I'd been able to interview him on my channel? Oh my gosh, talk about a dream author. I wonder who else, any of you guys have dream authors that you'd love to interview if you could? If anyone says Brandon Sanderson, it's a no from me. Okay. Boxes run. Okay, so our options here are we can either run up to the door and get out of the room on the other side, or we can make for the boxes. So very simple choice. Where are we going? Where are we going? Boxes run. Oh God, this is going to be a death run. Boxes. So many people want to commit a dangerous act that could kill us. You could contact his daughter. She's very active on social media. Yeah, I'm aware his daughter is active, and also the person that just used to be his assistant has written a book as well. I can't wait for you to interview Aaron Dembski Bowden. I know. I hope that he will speak to me. We will find out. No love for Brando Sando. I read the series where you could use different metals, and I think it frustrated me a lot. The ending, the Mistborn, the ending frustrated me. The love story frustrated me. Yeah, I think maybe Brando's a little bit. Yeah, I don't dislike. I'm just like, I feel Brando gets all the love. Like Henry Cavill is one of his favorite authors, and I'm just a bit like, I don't see it. I'm jealous. That's why. Stephen Dawlinson or Joe Abercrombie. ADB is like top 3 authors I'd want to talk to for sure. Okay, we'll try and lock them down for the channel. So, shall we see how we die now? You're making us run for the boxes. Okay. Oh, yes, you were right. In capital letters, Golem. The golem advancing towards you is a slow-moving creature, and you reach the boxes easily. You curse as you find they're all locked. As you struggle with the locks, the golem closes in on you. You may draw your sword and fight, cast a fire spell, cast a creature copy spell, forget the boxes and race for the door. This is a 4-option encounter. Okay, so let me put this down. So we can do fight, fire spell, creature create, or run away. This is going to be interesting. There's only 22 people here, but it's all even numbers. So yeah, I don't think fire is going to work on this one either. And it's really sad because we tried to talk to it and befriend it, and it just couldn't speak to us. So that was sad. Hi, Martin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always fireball. Kevin Shy. Let me guess, you play a wild magic sorcerer. Okay. We're 50-50. No, we're 50% creature. Maybe fire would harden it like clay. We've got 18 votes. That's the most we're going to get, I think. Creature, create. Monty Python it. Run away. Okay. Okay. It's been fun. Let's do a creature copy spell. 190. This is so much more fun playing with all the spells. Okay. Oh no, you guys. A perfect copy of the golem forms in front of you. You command it to attack the real golem, which is now almost upon you. Resolve the battle of the golems. If your creation beats the original, turn to 147. If it does not, you will have to finish off the fight yourself. If you win, you may also turn to page 147. For the sake of storytelling, I'm going to say, with the help of the golem, I managed to beat this poor creature that we've just stumbled into its room, was doing no harm to anyone. We've just gone in with violence. So I'm going to say that we kill the golem. And, you know, I feel bad. It's just part of the game. We're moving on. The golem crashes to the ground and breaks into pieces. To be honest, I don't think there was going to be any peaceful resolution to this. With relief, you walk over to the boxes to examine them. Will you try and open the first box, the second box, or the third box? 2 golems enter, no golems leave. Exactly, yeah, exactly. So I have a feeling there's going to be beyond Golem Dome. We don't need another hero. I have a bad feeling whenever something offers you to open all the boxes, it's like there's going to be something bad in one of these boxes. The golem had bad words in his head. Not anymore. We crushed his head. 3 is popular choice. It's a popular choice. I only put the question mark because I accidentally did 4 slots. So let's see. Okay, we have 11 votes. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes because there's 26 in chat. So if we get up a little bit more, 45 is quite a big, yeah, okay. We're going to open the third box. Turn to page 370. Does anybody know if there are sudden deaths in this? Could we just all be dead instantly? And that washerwoman said we're not even in the Citadel yet. Crikey. Oh gosh, you guys, this is bad, bad, bad. The box is solidly made and you cannot break the lock with your hands. You draw your sword to try and hack it off, and as you do, the box falls on your shin, causing a nasty cut. Deduct 2 stamina points. Your sword will not break the lock. Will you? Try to open the first box. Try to open the second box. Forget the boxes and press onwards. So I don't know if we're learning a lesson here. I don't know if it's like a greed is bad kind of a room. So let's see what we're going to do. Tell me, where is fancy bread? We're a Butterfingers. I know, I don't think you get to roll for dexterity, so it's kind of not fair. 2, 12 votes, and 2 is right up there. Okay, we're going to try and open the second box. I'm going to keep this moving. You struggle? Freaking heck, you guys. You struggle with the box for some time trying to open it. It will not open. You take out your sword and strike the box, but you only succeed in blunting your sword. From now on, you must deduct 1 point from your skill score. You do not manage to open the box. Okay, so we've got 7 stamina, and whatever our skill was, it's now -1. So we now have these options. Do we try to open the first box, or do we just leave? Okay, it's a magic bloody sword. Okay, can we take these boxes with us? They're deadlier than our sword. I know, right? Oh, now it's trying to start a Q&A instead of a poll. Let's start the poll. 1 or leave. You know why also I'm not as efficient with doing this? So Jim, who basically organizes my life through YouTube, he's not here. He was going to help with the polls, but he's got visitors over this weekend. So, okay, these boxes are the hardest opponents in the game. Are these boxes the final boss? Zaza, amazing name, wizard name. I have a good feeling about box 1. Margaret Wood. Aaron Dembski-Bowden is truly S Club 7 tier. He was one of the non-true-born writers that worked at GW, who through sheer grit and determination clawed his way up from the bowels of the company and into ... Love that, Margaret. Love, love, love. I love the working man who gets to author the books. Kian, these boxes are the single most dangerous we've faced. For Monterey, we can't give the boxes the satisfaction. Neil, all of the boxes can't be bad. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, page 260. We're going to try and open this first box. Okay. Yeah. Yay. Okay, thanks for the love heart, whoever did the love heart. They're so cute. Okay, good news, people. After some struggling, the box opens. Inside it is a silver key. Will you try to use the key on the second box? Try to use the key on the third box. Take the key and make from the exit. Max. I said box 1 from the start. Okay, well, if you want to say something that overrules, you can do a paid fan thing. And then if you pay to do that and take the decision of killing us all, that is on whoever pays to do that, because the responsibility, to be clear, is too great. So we're doing a new poll. Key on 2. or key on 3, or leave with key, leave these boxes of death. Okay, I feel you all know what I would like to do, so I'm not going to say a word. Please vote. So Margaret continues. Aaron managed to get his way through the bowels into the upper echelons and tertiary levels of the high pyramid of law and influence at Games Workshop and Black Library, and through his own massive talent, really carved a path forward with his natural talent. Winky smile. I think that's wonderful. So I guess that's atypical that he came in as like a steward or an intern and managed to do that. But I love a bit of backstory. That's why when I interview authors, I'm always like, how did you know when you were little? How did you get here? So those of us who may have a book in us have like that hope that we can do it too. Okay, wow. Owen Wilson, wow, you've surprised me. 16 of us have said, 16 of us have calmly said we need to leave with our life. And Dark Future has said, can we leave poo in box 1? Yeah, just in the chat, who wants to leave the poo here and who thinks we should take it? I mean, I'm ambivalent to the poo either way. I'm loving the ABD stands in the chat. I can't wait for you to read the first Heretic and maybe the Night Lord's books. Neil says, our poo, or the poo we found. We're not leaving a poo. We're not doing a fresh poo. There's one poo in this game. ADB should definitely be a future guest if you ever have the chance to have him. Grace all of our presence with his very humble prose and candor. Margaret, of course, if Aaron says yes, 100% I will, but some authors just don't want to be interviewed by me, and I get that. Some authors just want to be private. Other people would prefer to talk to professional interviewers, but I will, of course, ask when we get to a book. Keep the poo, it's too precious. Leave the poo in the box. Zaza, wait, we can get more? Question mark. Okay, I think we're going to leave the poo here for now. If we need a poo in the future, we can come back to this room. First Heretic is the best Horus Heresy book I've ever read, along with Legion by Dan Abnett. I'm nearly finished Fulgrim, guys, and it's not so bad. I'm managing with it. It is horrific, but if Night Lords is the same level as Fulgrim, I'll be fine with it. She said. Stupid, brave last words. Okay, we're taking the key and making for the door. So we're turning to page 237. Also, if I'm doing too much chatting and not enough gaming, let me know. I'll get the balance right. Night Lords are about 10 times worse. Oh gosh. Emperor, protect me. Okay, we open the door and step forwards into a passageway which runs eastward for several meters and then ends at the foot of a staircase. You climb the stairs and eventually find yourself in a narrow passageway. A short distance ahead, you can see the opening into a large, well-lit room. You press on forwards. This is good, we didn't die. Turn on to page 169, lol. Okay, the room you're in is some sort of grand dining hall. That's more like it. A long table, large enough to seat some 40 or 50 people, stands in the center, edged with chairs. Various doors and passageways lead from the room, but you are particularly interested in 2 wide staircases which lead upwards to either end of a balcony overlooking the hall. Paintings and suits of armor decorate the walls. The room is empty. Will we take the left-hand staircase, take the right-hand staircase, investigate the paintings, or investigate the suits of armor? It's another 4-layer challenge. Stairs left, stairs right. Option: paintings or armor. Start the poll. To me, armor seems dangerous, but we're playing together. Okay. Hell's Reach by ADB is one of the best 40k books. Epic. Okay. I mean, I'm going through the Heresy, so I reckon I'm probably going to get to those books that someone said. What was it? First Heretic soon? Is Legion a Horus Heresy one? A lot of people say Legion at me. Okay. So we have 14 votes of a possible 25, 16 votes of possible 25. So I think it looks like we're going to investigate the paintings. Turn to page 317. Let's hope we have Mona Lisa and not moans of death. Sorry, that was terrible. 317. Okay. The paintings are portraits of various lords and earls prominent in the kingdom of Crag and Rock. Behind a chair at the head of the table is a portrait of Balthus Dire himself. This is the big baddie. He does indeed look a powerful adversary. Add 1 luck point for the warning of his appearance, so that's +3 luck. But lose 1 stamina point for the feeling of fear he instills. Eek! Okay, we're down to 6 stamina. You may now continue either up the left-hand staircase or the right-hand staircase. So I'll put this poll up. I think it's working quite well because I put the poll up and then while everybody's voting, I can go through the chat as well. But please tell me if there's too much chat, not enough play. And in the words of George Harrison to Paul McCartney, I'll play what you want to play. I just want to please you. Right. Okay, Legion is 7. Okay, I'll be at Legion in 2 books then. There's an excellent film of Hell's Reach as well. Someone's written, Steve's written, Balthus is not as bad as those boxes. Martin, are the eyes moving? Sterling retracted a message. Ooh, wonder what that said. Neil says, you can cast a stamina spell to regain points. Well, yes, we can, because we took all the spells and we are cheating. Okie dokie. Just 9 votes of 24. I guess left or right is kind of a dull vote. So let's go with right to keep things moving. 197. Let's see where we... Oh, gosh. Now, look, we've got 12 votes and left is winning. Okay, there's 24 people. I'm going to wait. We'll wait and see. We're getting more votes. This is terrifying. Okay, I'm going to go on the left staircase. So whoever got that last little vote in, if we die... Oh, no, there's 2 now. 2 people will be responsible. Yay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. The staircase creaks as your foot falls on it. You try to ascend as quietly as possible, but the old timbers groan under your weight. Suddenly, one of the stairs clicks as if to trigger a switch of some kind. To your surprise, all of the stairs flick downwards. You're now standing on a smooth, steep float. Try as you might, you cannot keep your balance and you fall down the slope, tumbling head over heels. If you wish to use a levitation spell, you may fly up and out of danger to land on the balcony above. Otherwise, turn to page 254. Okay, so let's do this. Start a poll. Fall or fly? Spell. This is a no-brainer, right? My talk to text is apparently off of it today. I hopped on, sorry to come in late, but it's great to see you up and about and up to your old self. I am almost up to my old self, Sterling. Thanks for coming on late. I think this is a way more civilized time to do it. Maybe 8 to 10 on a Sunday, or even 8 to 10, I think, is a long session, but it's taking long. But hi, Sterling, welcome. Okay. All right. So we're going to fly with our spell. Okay. Turn to 363. Because we're dirty cheats. Okay. Along the balcony are 3 doors. Will you try the door to your left, the door in the center, or the door to the right? I actually don't think these ones are very fair because, like, there's no warning. You know, there's literally nothing. It's like left, right, or straight. We can't even make an informed guess. Just have to go. But this might be the way to do it. Like, this could be the formula. Like, sourcing the answers means we don't die. We take the slide to obviously not a spike step. Okay. It's fascinating watching the votes come in. 7 votes, 8 votes. We have 22 peeps, so let's see if we get any more. At the moment, it's so funny. I guess when I was little and I used to play like role-playing games, or my dad or my aunt would do these quests and they'd just talk to us and they'd say, do you want to go north, south, east, or west? East was always my favorite way to go. I don't think I have a left-right favorite, although I know Doctor Who fans do. Okay, it looks like left with 14 votes, so let's do left. Turn to page 228. The locked door is very strong and made of solid oak. It is unlikely you'll break it down, but you may try. Otherwise, you could use a strength spell to smash it. The lock is copper, and you could try using a copper key if you have one. Ah, okay. Which will you choose? We don't have a copper key. We have a silver key. Are we going to smash the door down? The text has already said it doesn't. We don't think we can. Cast a strength spell or use a copper key. Okay. Let's end a poll and start a poll. Smash. We can't do copper key, so we're going to just have to do strength spell or smash. Let's see. Steve, I always pick left for those things. Is that because you like Doctor Who? It's so hot, everybody. How hot are you? My thermostat in my flat says 30. Any advance on 30? Strength spell is winning. Quite right too. Yes, 10 votes. 7-3. We're going to cast a strength spell. Turn to page 170. Oh, lordy, lordy. As strength surges into your body, you charge the door with all your might. Roll 1 die. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, your door does not break and you must lose 2 stamina. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you break the door down. Oh, crikey. Continue this until you succeed or die, or you may decide to try either the middle door or the far door. Okay, so I've got a 6-sided die. Let's see. It's 6 a.m. Where are you, Somicron? You must be West Coast, right? Or Australia somewhere? So fairly cool up north. Well, gel. We are baking here. Okay, so I'm going to roll my die. Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm terrible at that. 6. Woo! 6. We break the door down. Turn to page 292. Always into the setting sun. I love that. So romantic. That's a bit of me. Into the setting sun. Okay. Righty. This room is an elegant bedchamber, plushly decorated with fine lace and a fur carpet. In the center of the room is a large 4-poster bed. Sitting up in the bed, evidently awakened by all the commotion, is a beautiful, sylph-like woman with long dark hair and deep piercing eyes. "What right have you in here?" she screams at you. With those words, her eyes turn blood red, and 2 jets of liquid fire shoot from them directly at you. Will you create a shielding spell to protect us? Leave the room quickly and try the next door. Tell her you have a special gift for her. And we left the poo in the other room, so we don't have that. Poor woman, we've just barged into someone's bedroom. That is so rude. Okay, let's put this poll up. Start a poll. So, shielding spell, leave, or gift. Leave. Okay. Just to remind us, a beautiful sylph-like woman with long dark hair and deep piercing eyes is firing jets of liquid fire from her eyes. Fair enough, to be honest. Don't want a ruffian like us wandering in. Martin, throw a box at her. Oh my gosh. Margaret, personal service announcement. Love that James Swallow interview Mira did last month if you haven't watched it, and love Garrow, Death Guard, and Mortierian Law. His 30k novels and novellas are definite must-reads. I absolutely love James Swallow. And Graham McNeil and Dan Abnett. They have been incredibly kind, amazing, humble, interesting, fantastic humans, and they restore my faith. And I just think it's so ironic and weird that they are lovely, kind men in my experience, and they write such horrible worlds. Cannot get my head around that. Somicron, we broke the door down to give her a gift. Seems sketchy. I agree. Laugh my ass off and Winnie the Pooh face. Hello, hope you're all having an absolute fantastic day. Thank you, I hope you are too. Okay, we're going to cast a shield spell. 376. I think we're going to get into combat, everybody. Eesh. Eesh. Oh. You cast your shielding spell. Alas and alack, this spell is ineffective against magical weapons. The jets of fire sear straight through your shield and burn into your own eyes. Screaming in pain, you drop to the floor. The curtain of death drops over you. You have failed in your mission. Well, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like Traegard at the end of a Nightmare episode. We're at 9:30 p.m. If someone wants to call the time and note time of death. 9:30 p.m. on Sunday the 10th of September. We came a cropper. We tried to cast a shield spell. None of us realized that shield spells are not effective against magical spells because there was no law, nothing to suggest. You know, of 15 of us, 40% of us believed that we should do that. Emperor preserve us. I'm sure someone can put us into a dreadnought. That's what happens now, right? Someone comes, they'll harvest our gene seed and put us into a dreadnought. So I'd like to do a poll now. And what I would like to ask everybody, oh shoot, don't lose the D20. What I'd like to ask everybody is, there's going to be 2 polls. The first poll is, do we continue this series? So let's do that now. Do we continue playing Fighting Fancy together? And if we don't need to answer the next question. So there's like 19 people here. So just really interested to know whether people enjoy this. Okay. Yay. Lots of people are saying yes. Amazing. Oh, 12 people are saying yes and no one is saying no. And there are 21 people in the chat. So that's really, really encouraging. Sterling says, please forgive if the texting is off. I'm using talk to text while I'm listening and assembling miniatures. No problem, Sterling. You're so welcome to join us. And if you'd like to share a picture of your minis, quickly send us an Imager link and I can share it in the chat. Or you can share it in the chat. So that's 14 votes for yes. Okay. So in that case, 15 people say yes to continue. Okay, so we can do this. So in that case, here's what I'm thinking. We started on the Citadel of Chaos, which is, I think, probably the 3rd or 4th in the series, but I believe, okay, so this is the 3rd in the series, but we should start with the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, right? So that's my thing. I think we should do the books in order. I mean, that's how I've done the Heresy. I would also love to see if Ian Livingston would like to come and chat with me because we share a surname, maybe Steve Jackson. So that could be fun as well, right? So we could complete an adventure and then I could talk about it. So what I'm wondering is, how do we do this? Do we return to the books and keep playing them till we win? I mean, tonight I think we should die because I'm ill and I need to get some sleep. But what we could do is we could have a book and when we die, we're like, okay, we died there. Let's go back, like do what I do on my own. Let's go back to the thing that killed us and try a different option until we win together. So that's how we know we completed the book. In which case, if we play it like that, what do people think about, should we come back to try and finish the Citadel of Chaos in that manner, like where we die, we just flip back and keep going till we win? Or should we finish this here for now, pick up Firetop Mountain for next Sunday or whenever the next Sunday I can do is? Steve! Oh my God, thank you for Super Chat. Yee! I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Gosh. Yes, the money gifts are fucking incredible and amazing, and I never really know what to say, and I feel very like I need to cry, but I'm not going to. But thank you. I understand this is part of the YouTube interaction, and it helps me so much because I am a very anxious person and I worry about money all the time. I just, not that I need to, I'm just scared of like bad things happening. So I feel like I always try and hoard and save. Anyway, sidetracked. Sorry. Thank you, Steve. I will get better at this whole talking about money thing, and I'm going to try and limit it and figure it out. So this is not awkward for all of us. Thank you, Steve. Okay, so do we think the next session we continue this to the end? Or should the next session be start with Firetop Mountain and go through, and then when we hit this in position 3, we come back in? So which adventure next session? And I can use the money from this to buy the books. Yay! It all works out. Or so this is the poll. I would send a picture, but I'm afraid I'm a technological barbarian. I can barely figure out how to work the internet and watch YouTube videos, lol. But we will imagine, Sterling. Tell us what you're painting and what colour. Full Monterey, what is great is that you interact with us no matter what donations or no, and you deserve them anyway. Oh, Sonicron, to the end. Neil, I would recommend skipping Warlock on Fire Mountain. Is that because it's hard, Neil? Because if we're cheating anyway, well, we will do the stats cheat, but if we're like dying and then we're kind of resetting ourselves in order to adventure together, we could, maybe we could. It's like everybody in D&D should play Tomb of Horrors, even though it's unplayable, just because it was a Gary Gygax adventure and it was like seminal. I want us all to have a seminal experience together. Aztec Jaguar. The Hell's Reach animation on YouTube is absolutely excellent. Black Templars, a Warlock Titan, Orcs and the Steel Legion, and of course Andre the Giant. Aztec, if I watch the Hell's Reach animation, will it spoil the Horus Heresy books for me? Sterling, I think you should play them in order. That way you'd know what magic spells work and which magic spells don't work. It would give you a better idea of your capabilities are as a character. Full Monterey, I think if you're going to talk to the author, we should play them all. Okay. Neil, if it's a reissue, it might be okay. The original print had an error which led to a loop you couldn't get out of. Damn, that must have been so frustrating. Christ. Flipping heck. Crikey. Okay, so I'm going to look at the poll. So 17 votes of 23, that's pretty cool. That means only 5 people didn't vote. And 65% have said we're going to start with Warlock of Fire Mountain. So for now, we're going to basically mothball this. It will go onto the pile to my right, which is my books to read. And we're going to pick up the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, and then we're going to try and play that the next Sunday. So next Sunday is the 17th of September. At the moment, I think I can do that from 8 to 10. I'll confirm that. Jim, you are late. Jim, you'd be so proud of us. We died. We died. And Jim, I was just saying how if you'd been in the chat, you could have helped with the polls and it would have made everything way more efficient. So we all missed you, Jim, and we love you. I'll do a little heart for you, Jim. Jim is the one who had helped me, that unboxing video, if any of you watched that, Jim helped me make the animation with all the different grid. So that's how I have a title sequence now, thanks to Jim. Praise be to Jim. Jim is very, very good at like nudging me and helping me create content and has loads of good suggestions all the time. So we stand Jim. So we have decided as a group, the next adventure will be Warlock of Firetop Mountain. I will make a note to see if I can contact the author, who I believe was Ian Livingstone, and see if he will do an online interview with me about the book. So that would be really fun. So thank you all for joining me on this quest. Let's just all check out and say how we're feeling. Damn, did we lose? Had to give a little in the bath. See, Stuart, you left us and we died. And we left the poo in a different room. We got burnt to death by a maiden. Yeah, we invaded someone's bedroom and she was like, what are you doing in here? And killed us with fire eyes. Step 1, Jim be praised. Stuart Templeton, Warlock's a good book. Martin, Hell's Reach, Astartes and Death of Hope are all amazing fan-made animations of 40k and HA. We'll give you a visual for the setting too. That's cool. Just need to check there's no spoilers because I'm only on Filgrim. But I will check them out and maybe do a react to them. Ian Livingstone's a great guy and does interviews fairly freely, so you should be in luck. Stuart, you can hardly blame her. Yeah, we sucked. We did suck. We should, as a party of adventurers, I think we are against barging into, anyone's bedroom. It's just rude. Astartes has no spoilers for any books. Maybe we will go there. Well, I hope that you all have a really loving, chilled out, kind and calm Sunday evening. For me, Sunday scaries are the worst, but I think we just have to remember that when we go into a Monday, like, it's the anticipation of a really, really scary week. So on Monday, we should all promise ourselves that we're going to take 5 minutes in the day to have like a cup of tea, looking at a view that's pretty, or going and having a breather, or going to the corner shop and picking up a Ribena. And those 5 minutes are going to be time for ourselves to make ourselves feel better on a Monday. And just know that we're all going to struggle and get through Mondays, but we are friends and we can support each other and look after each other, and it's going to be okay. As Mark Kermo says, it's all going to be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. So let's all look after each other. Thank you so much for joining on the channel. I think you guys are wonderful. I'm on Twitter if you want to follow me there. I have a Discord as well. I can put a link to the Discord in quickly. We try to keep Discord to people who are kind of like nice. Neil, you became Space Marine member. Amazing. We try and keep people to the Discord that have joined in and have been part of these kind of live chats, so they have kind of that family feeling. Jim, also known as the Tech Magi. Neil, thank you for joining my YouTube membership. That's so kind. So I'm going to try and keep everyone updated with posts on YouTube and Twitter and Discord. And yes, everybody look after each other in life. One of my other sayings is, life is suffering. All we have to do is just try and be kind to each other and make each other's day a bit better. And being enthusiastic over Warhammer and adventures and dice and fighting fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons helps us. And I hear Discord, a couple of people joining, so thank you. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and take good care, and see you all again soon. Bye.